of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, research English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is a mixed chorus, Song of General Kim Il-sung.
With official bill,
Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You're listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, News Now. The respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un sent a congratulatory message to the chairman of the Central Standing Committee of the General Federation of Korean Residents in Japan. The message reads, Tokyo, Japan, Ko Song-man, chairman of the Central Standing Committee of the General Federation of Korean Residents in Japan. I send warm congratulations and compatriotic greetings to all the officials of the General Federation of Korean Residents in Japan, including you and Japan Western Koreans. Last year, the General Association strengthened its organizations and institutions at all levels, organizationally and ideologically, and vigorously conducted different kinds of mass movements, including the struggle to defend the rights, thus achieving great successes in the overall patriotic work. I highly praise and offer warm thanks to the officials of the General Association and Koreans in Japan who kept the kindred feelings established with great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il as their lineage and devote their role to the sacred patriotic cause for the reunification and prosperity of the homeland. The new year is a significant year, marking the 75th founding anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea and the 65th anniversary of the formation of the General Association, and the year of the historic Grand March to usher in a period of rapid change for fresh victory in the revolutionary cause of Juche and the patriotic cause of the General Association in the revolutionary spirit of the Paksu under the banner of self-reliance. In the new year, the General Association should establish the thoroughgoing ideological and leadership system of Juche in the organizations at all levels, and more vigorously conduct the patriotic movement in keeping with the speed of general advance of the people in the homeland, and thus make an epoch-making success in the struggle for hastening a new heyday in the movement of Koreans in Japan. I wish good health to the officials of the General Association, including Jews and Koreans in Japan, and happiness to all the families of compatriots. Kim Jong-un, Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Pyongyang, January 1st, 109, 2020. The respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un received a message of greetings from Hassan Rouhani, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, on January 1st on the occasion of the New Year 2020. The message hoped that the leaders of the world oppose unilateralism with concerted efforts, strive to make the New Year a year of security and prosperity for all people, with thought and actions based on freedom and justice, overcome the challenges and bring peace, security, and well-being to their nation. The message wished Kim Jong-un good health and success in his work, and the people of the DPRK happiness and prosperity. The Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea made public decree number 194, naming the streets of Samjeon City of Ryanggang Province on January the 3rd. According to it, the section of the Central Road from the front of the bronze statue of the great leader Kim Jong-il in Samjeon City to the entrance to Samjeon City is named Bonnamo Street. The section from the Samjeon School Children's Palace to Daejeon Hotel, the Million Street. The section from the Pakistan Museum to Samjeon Inn No. 1, the Tumbong Street. The section from Samjeon Agency of the Central Bank in Ryanggang Province to the venue of ice sculpture and music festival, the Williamsburg Street. The section from Samjeon Hotel with capacity of 300 people to Samjeon Youth Railway Station, the Motga Street. The section from Samjeon Children's Camp to the venue of ice sculpture and music festival, the Daejeon Street. And the cabinet of the DPRK and relevant organs will have to take practical measures to implement the decree. A seawater concentration process of deep capacity by dint of ion exchange membrane was established at the Gwangmyeong-song Salt Works of South Hamgyong Province of Korea. The new production process makes it possible to produce salt in the crystallization point after concentrating seawater through ion exchange membrane. The process enables to increase the salt production by far, while greatly economizing the manpower and speed. Students of middle schools and primary schools in Moranbong district played various folk games at the Plaza of Arch of Triumph in Pyongyang on the occasion of the significant New Year. They played rope skipping, shuttlecock, top spinning, and other cheerful games, adding festive mood to the winter landscape of the capital, which greeted the New Year. School children in Tariwan City also played various folk games in the Folklore Street in Tariwan, North Hwanghae Province. Working people of different sections and school youth and children in Samjeon City significantly enjoyed the New Year's Day. The sports village in the area of Mount Pakdo was packed with sports persons, amateurs, working people, and school youth and children greeting the New Year. The working people and school youth and children spent the holiday in the sports village, skiing and sleighing. They mounted the Daejeon Observatory and enjoyed the bird's eye view of wonderfully changed Samjeon City. Park Ok-sam, Vice Chairperson of the Central Standing Committee of the Korean Youth League in Japan, on a visit to the socialist homeland, was interviewed by the Korean Central News Agency on January the 1st. Vice Chairperson Park said, "Last year proved more firmly the truth that thanks to the respected Supreme Leader Marshal Kim Jong-un, spotlighted by the world as the most outstanding statesman in the present era, the future of the homeland and the nation is rosy." In the historic fifth plenary meeting of the 7th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, Marshal Kim Jong-un set forth an immortal great program to make a frontal breakthrough of the great unheard of difficulties, defend the sovereignty and supreme interest of the country to the last, an earthly way out for the victory of the revolutionary cause of Turkey under the banner of self-reliance and prosperity. His outstanding idea of frontal breakthrough provides a milestone of victory to hasten the great cause of self-reliance and prosperity. Our homeland, led by a peerlessly great man, will be powerful and prosper for all ages, shedding its rays more brightly as a country strong in independence to the admiration of the world, Buck added. DPRP Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to the Republic of the Congo, who had attended the 5th Congress of the Workers' Party of the Congo and the celebrations of the 50th founding anniversary of the party as a delegate of the Workers' Party of Korea, met the President of the Republic of the Congo on December 31st, 2019. Ambassador Kim Myung-sik courteously conveyed the greetings of the respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un to President Denis Sassou Nguesso. The Congolese President asked the ambassador to convey his warm greetings to Kim Jong-un. The President also expressed his heartfelt thanks for having sent the delegate of the Workers' Party of Korea to the 5th Congress of the Workers' Party of the Congo and the celebrations of the 50th founding anniversary of the party. And at the end of the news read by Kim Chan-ok, this is Voice of Korea.
You enjoy your female soul in 방송 Ardent Wish.
here is light music for Pizzicato. Stars Whisper 1, 2, 3. The New Year performance of school children, Snow, following the New Year's Day under the blessing of Mount Baekdu, was given at the Mangyongdae School Children's Palace on the occasion of the New Year to Che 109 of 2020. Now we present some of the recorded programs from the performance. First, female solo, Only One. instrumental ensemble, Floral Gate to Happiness. Lastly, song and dance, our classmates.
정말 장지현 씨가 너무나도 천지개벽이에요. 어디가 어딘지 도저히 늘 찾을 수가 없구나.
그러게나 말이오다 영감. 아이고 우리 딸의 집이 우리 원스님 다녀가신 천지연 청년요 머무라고 했는데 사극의 해방이 다녀갔으니까 제가 길을 빌려드리겠습니다.
장지현 아이들은 인사를 그저 했지만 나란히 한 서원일도 정말 아닌구나.
그러게 말이오다. 할아버지 해방이 안녕히가시오.
어야.
So far, we've presented some of the recorded programs from the New Year performance of school children for Chapter 109 of 2020. Snow fall on the New Year's Day and the blessing of Mount Batu. This is Voice of Korea.
Now you'll appreciate the song We Love Party Flag. We live with a red party flag of guidance. It leads every step of life to glory. The flutter relates the breath of dignified life. The flag fuels unquenchable fire of faith. Our hearts devoted to the revolution will beat under the flag.
Now you will appreciate the band music. Glory to our great party.
more scrupulous guidance to the development of science and technology. Upon the news of the 5th plenary meeting of the 7th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, the Korean people are full of fresh confidence and optimism. Sun Young, Vice Chairman of the State Commission of Science and Technology, says,
우리 혁명의 새로운 승리를 마련하기 위한 다양한 정책적 문제들이 상정된 조선공당 제7기
The 5th plenary meeting of the 7th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea brought up important political issues to win a fresh victory in the Korean Revolution, which gives new confidence and courage to the people. Deeply conscious of the importance of our duty in the development of science and technology of the country, we, the officials of the State Commission of Science and Technology, will give political guidance to the scientific researchers under a more scrupulous plan. We will give innovative guidance to concentrating efforts on the work to complete the research projects expected in the 10-point perspective goal of science and technology unconditionally in time. We will actively encourage all the scientists and technicians to make greater successes in scientific researches, firmly convinced of the truth that when they make a breakthrough on the scientific front, victory will be achieved on all fronts of socialist construction, and the ideal and target of a powerful country can be realized only by laborious pursuit and efforts to scale the fortress of advanced science. We'll devote everything to making the science wonderfully play the role of engine pulling the economic development.
So far, you've been listening to the public comment titled, "We will give more scrupulous guidance to the development of science and technology." This is Voice of Korea.
Here is orchestral music, The Road of Victory, performed by the National Symphony Orchestra. listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Europe between 15 and 16 hours UTC, between 18 and 19 hours UTC, between 21 and 22 hours UTC, and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 7,570 kHz and 12,015 kHz. For North America, between 15 and 16 hours UTC and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 9,435 kHz and 11,710 kHz. And from Northeast Asia, between 4 and 5 hours UTC and between 6 and 7 hours UTC on 7,220 kHz, 9,445 kHz, and 9,730 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.